What is dopamine and what is its role? Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that motivates us to seek rewards. It drives us to take action by creating anticipation for pleasurable experiences like eating or social interaction. This mechanism is essential for survival and reproduction. Is dopamine a pleasure chemical? Contrary to popular belief, dopamine doesn't directly equate to pleasure. While it drives us towards rewards, the feeling of pleasure often fades quickly after obtaining the reward. Dopamine is more about the anticipation and pursuit rather than the experience itself. How does dopamine relate to addiction and constant stimulation? Our modern world offers endless opportunities for dopamine stimulation, from social media to video games. This constant pursuit of hits can lead to addiction-like behaviors where we crave more stimulation without finding true fulfillment. How does dopamine impact my focus and productivity? When we're constantly seeking dopamine highs, tasks requiring focus and concentration become difficult. This leads to procrastination and difficulty completing important tasks, as they can't compete with the immediate gratification of dopamine-inducing activities. What is a dopamine detox? A dopamine detox involves temporarily abstaining from activities that trigger large dopamine releases. By reducing this constant stimulation, the goal is to reset your brain's reward system and regain control over your focus and motivation. How can a dopamine detox benefit me? A dopamine detox can help you break free from addictive behaviors, improve your focus and productivity, and increase your enjoyment of simpler things. It allows you to regain control over your attention and be more intentional with your time and energy. What are some examples of activities to avoid during a dopamine detox? Activities to avoid typically include excessive social media use, binge-watching TV, video games, junk food, pornography, and any other activities you feel overly reliant on for stimulation. What are some helpful actions I can take to identify areas for improvement? Reflect on your daily activities and identify those that provide you with genuine satisfaction versus those that leave you feeling empty or unfulfilled. Ask yourself, what are my biggest sources of stimulation? Do these activities truly make me happy? How do companies hijack my dopamine system? Companies, particularly social media platforms, use sophisticated algorithms and notifications to keep you hooked. They exploit your desire for instant gratification, offering quick hits of dopamine through likes, comments, and new content. This constant stimulation makes it challenging to engage in activities that require sustained focus and effort. Is sugar addictive? While the addictive potential of sugar is still debated, it's undeniable that sugary foods trigger dopamine release, making us crave them more. While sugar may not be addictive on the same level as hard drugs, it's crucial to be mindful of our sugar intake to avoid developing an unhealthy dependence. How does constant stimulation affect my long-term thinking? Constant stimulation rewires our brains to crave immediate rewards, making it challenging to think long-term. We fall into the trap of instant gratification, opting for quick fixes and short-term pleasures over activities that require sustained effort and delayed gratification, ultimately hindering our progress towards long-term goals. What is overstimulation, and how does it impact me? Overstimulation occurs when we bombard our brains with constant excitement and stimulation from activities like social media, video games, and news consumption. This leaves us feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and unable to focus on less stimulating, but more important tasks. What are some tricks my mind plays to keep me overstimulated? Your mind will try to convince you that returning to work is easy. You tell yourself you'll get back to work after a quick distraction, underestimating the pull of overstimulation. You can do it later. Procrastination becomes a habit as you continuously push tasks to a later time. Excitement is the same as fulfillment. You mistake the fleeting joy of stimulation for genuine fulfillment, neglecting activities that bring long-term satisfaction. You're missing out. The fear of missing out drives you to constantly check for updates, fueling the cycle of overstimulation. What can I do to combat overstimulation and regain control? Become aware of your triggers. Identify the activities and situations that lead to overstimulation. Set boundaries. Limit your exposure to highly stimulating activities, especially during work or study time. Practice mindfulness. Engage in activities that promote focus and calmness, such as meditation or spending time in nature. Prioritize long-term goals. Remind yourself of the bigger picture and the importance of delayed gratification. Why is it important to manage my dopamine levels? Managing your dopamine levels is crucial for improve focus and productivity. Reducing overstimulation allows you to concentrate on tasks that require sustained attention. Enhance creativity and problem solving. A calmer mind is a more creative and effective one. Increase fulfillment and well-being. Breaking free from the dopamine-driven cycle allows you to pursue activities that bring genuine happiness and purpose. What is a dopamine detox? A dopamine detox isn't about literally removing dopamine from your body. It's about reducing external stimulation so your brain isn't constantly flooded with dopamine. This reset helps you break free from unhealthy dependencies and find more joy in simple things. What are the benefits of a dopamine detox? The main benefit is a reduction in overstimulation. When you're less reliant on external sources for dopamine, you can focus better, be more productive, and find more enjoyment in simple activities. What are the different types of dopamine detox? This guide outlines 3 main types. 48-hour complete detox, the most intense option, involving eliminating almost all external stimulation, internet, social media, entertainment, etc. for 2 full days. 24-hour detox, similar to the 48-hour detox but shorter and slightly less effective. Partial detox, this focuses on identifying and eliminating your single biggest source of distraction, for example YouTube, video games, for a set period. What am I allowed to do during a 48-hour dopamine detox? The focus is on calming, reflective activities. This could include going for walks in nature, meditating, journaling, reading non-stimulating books, practicing awareness exercises, and gentle stretching. How do I identify my biggest distractions? Ask yourself, if I could stop doing only one thing that would increase my focus and productivity the most, what would it be? This is likely your biggest distraction. Continue this line of questioning to identify other significant focus drainers. What's an example of a partial dopamine detox? Let's say your biggest source of distraction is endlessly scrolling through social media. A partial detox would involve completely cutting out social media for a predetermined time, such as a week or a month. Is a dopamine detox difficult? The intensity varies. The 48-hour detox is the most challenging, but even partial detoxes require willpower. The good news is that any reduction in overstimulation is beneficial. Where can I learn more about intense dopamine detoxes like a Vipassana retreat? You can read a first-hand account of a 10-day Vipassana retreat in the article, My 10-Day Vipassana Experience Silent Meditation Retreat by Nils Salzgeber. How do I identify my biggest distractions during a dopamine detox? Start by creating 2 columns, cans and can't. In the cans column, list activities you allow yourself to do during the detox, such as reading, journaling, spending time in nature, or working on a personal project. In the can'ts column, list activities you'll avoid, such as social media, video games, or watching TV. Prioritize by asking yourself, if I stopped doing only one thing, which one would increase my focus and boost my productivity the most dramatically? What does it mean to add friction during a dopamine detox? Adding friction means making your undesired behaviors harder to access and your desired behaviors easier. For example, if your phone is a distraction, turn off notifications, put it in airplane mode, or keep it in another room. If social media is a problem, delete the apps from your phone or use website blockers. Conversely, make desired activities easier by prepping your environment. For instance, lay out your workout clothes the night before or keep a book on your bedside table. Why is adding friction an effective strategy? Our brains are wired to seek the path of least resistance. By adding friction to undesirable activities, you make them less appealing to your brain, reducing the likelihood of engaging in them. Conversely, reducing friction for desired behaviors makes them more attractive and easier to initiate. When is the best time to start a dopamine detox? Starting your dopamine detox first thing in the morning is ideal. This is because your willpower and decision-making abilities are often highest earlier in the day, before you're bombarded with stimulation. What kind of morning routine supports a dopamine detox? A supportive morning routine for a dopamine detox is one that calms your mind and avoids overstimulation. Activities like meditation, gentle stretching, listening to relaxing music, writing down your goals, practicing gratitude, or repeating positive affirmations are good examples. What are the different types of dopamine detoxes? There are generally 3 types: a 48-hour detox, a 24-hour detox, and a partial detox. The 48-hour and 24-hour detoxes involve eliminating most, if not all, sources of intense stimulation. Partial detoxes target specific sources of distraction that significantly impact your focus and well-being. What should I do during a dopamine detox to maximize its benefits? During your detox, take notes on your experience. Observe cravings, restlessness, or any insights that arise. Use this time for self-reflection, reviewing your goals, and addressing any worries or problems you may have been avoiding. This period of reduced stimulation can bring clarity and help you reconnect with yourself on a deeper level. Why is planning my day important for productivity? Planning your day is crucial for productivity because it allows you to prioritize tasks, minimize distractions, and proactively work towards your goals. By having a clear plan, you reduce decision fatigue and increase your sense of control over your time. How can I identify my most important tasks? To identify your key tasks, ask yourself, if I could only complete one task today, which one would have the greatest impact? Or, if I were taking a month off tomorrow, what's the one task I need to finish today? These questions highlight tasks with the highest long-term value, even if they seem challenging or less appealing. What's the significance of tackling my major task first thing in the morning? Addressing your most important task early in the day leverages peak focus and willpower. By accomplishing this task before distractions arise, you build momentum and a sense of accomplishment that propels you through the rest of your day. How can I develop laser-sharp focus for my most important tasks? Establish a consistent routine. Work at the same place and time each day to condition your mind for focus. Utilize a trigger. Associate a specific action like making tea with starting your work to signal your mind to focus. Just get started. Even a few minutes of focused work can build momentum and lead to a flow state. Eliminate distractions. Turn off notifications, disconnect from social media, and create a distraction-free environment. Work in uninterrupted blocks. Aim for at least 45 minutes of continuous, focused work. What are open systems, and how do they hinder productivity? Open systems are applications or situations with endless streams of external stimuli, for example, email, social media, the internet. They can lead to overstimulation and make focusing on tasks difficult due to constant distractions. What are closed systems, and how do they promote productivity? Closed systems are applications or environments with minimal distractions, for example, a Word document, a single spreadsheet. They limit overstimulation and force you to focus on a single task, promoting deeper work and higher productivity. Why is starting my day with a closed system beneficial? Beginning your day with a closed system helps avoid early overstimulation and sets a focused tone for the day. By consciously choosing focus over distractions from the start, you are more likely to maintain productivity throughout the day. What action can I take today to improve my focus and productivity? Identify one open system that frequently distracts you and choose a closed system to replace it. Start your day tomorrow with this closed system to experience the power of focused work and increased productivity. What is a dopamine relapse, and how can I avoid it? A dopamine relapse happens when you revert to old habits of seeking excessive stimulation after completing a dopamine detox. To avoid this, cultivate self-awareness and notice when you feel overstimulated. Accept that relapses are normal and don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, gently re-engage with your dopamine detox routine. Why is it so difficult to maintain focus in today's world? Our attention is constantly bombarded with distractions, from social media to marketing, all vying for our focus. This makes it crucial to consciously protect your attention by establishing habits and systems that prioritize your goals and well-being over external demands. How can I prepare for potential distractions and avoid losing focus? Create a contingency plan by listing potential triggers for losing focus, like checking your phone first thing in the morning. Visualize yourself encountering these scenarios and determine how you'll react differently to maintain focus on your priorities. What is a sustainable system for managing stimulation, and why is it important? A sustainable system doesn't require complete isolation from distractions. Instead, it involves implementing simple daily routines and habits that help you stay focused on your goals, promoting consistency and long-term change. What are here and now neurotransmitters, and how do they counteract overstimulation? Endorphin, oxytocin, and serotonin are here and now neurotransmitters that promote calmness and presence. Activities like meditation, stretching, mindfulness, contemplative walking, deep social interaction, and even boredom can activate these neurotransmitters, counteracting the overstimulation caused by dopamine. How does practicing mindfulness help during a dopamine detox? Mindfulness cultivates awareness of your internal and external experiences in the present moment. This practice helps counter the urge to seek constant stimulation by grounding you in the present and enhancing your appreciation for simple experiences. Why is boredom considered beneficial during a dopamine detox? Boredom, while often perceived negatively, provides a valuable opportunity to lower stimulation levels. By allowing yourself to simply be, without seeking external distractions, you reset your dopamine sensitivity and build resilience against the constant need for stimulation. What is the key takeaway from a dopamine detox? You have the power to control your focus and attention. By minimizing highly stimulating activities and embracing activities that foster presence and intentionality, you reclaim control over your life, increase productivity, and experience deeper fulfillment in your pursuits.